You think I got on a hat?
Bro, what, bro?
I got that Tupac hairline, bro.
You got the Tupac hairline, bro?
Yeah, you see that shit? Yo, I don't know where I was. I don't know if it was Facebook, Instagram, goddamn. I don't know where it was, but something said, I don't know if it was from a female or what. I don't even know. That looked funny as it was like, it was a post and it was like, I don't want no D word unless it got a curve in it. And that it was so funny. No homo. I was like, oh, I'm not the only one with a curve?
Wait.
I know he wasn't ready for that one, was he?
Oh,
Nowhere with that.
cut.
Always be recorded.
No.
YBC.
No. What's good with y'all? Yeah. Jay's back with another video. A Rhodes is back with another video. We're back with another video.
You see how he threw himself in it first? Like, oh, shit, I gotta throw Mike in there. I f***ed up. We, my bad.
No.
Crazy how the record is on your face.
Bro, it's still tilted. Is it?
Some of that tilt action.
Some of that tilt action. Guys, so we are here to talk to you all, man. What are we here to talk about, bro?
Well, there's been, over the years, a lot of people, especially, I don't know, I would say younger people probably around our age, 25, who were alive, but extremely young at the time, don't know what happened with Biggie and Tupac to this day. And, you know, we live in an age of information.
Mm-hmm.
So I took it on myself to do a 24-hour research on Tupac and Biggie. I learned who killed them. Who killed them both.
This could be real controversial right now, bro.
I know who killed Biggie, and I know who killed Tupac.
Are they ready to hear about that, though?
I don't know.
Before we get too deep into this, press that like button now. This is already intense, man. That anticipation is building, y'all. I didn't even expect for this to go this way. So press this like button right now. If you're new to the channel, subscribe. Oh, man. Okay. We were watching All Eyes on Me the other day, right?
Right.
And of course you're watching the story and you know, somebody's perspective of what actually happened.
Mm-hmm.
And then you A Rhodes apparently dug a little bit deeper to find a little bit more research, and we had a conversation about it. You know, of trying to piece together who killed who, if somebody had something to do with somebody dying.
Right.
You know, or if anybody is even dead. Whew, feel like I'm in church right now. So, bruh, what's the first topic we're gonna talk about?
All right. So, unlike your TV shows, we're gonna cut right to it. Orlando Anderson killed Tupac.
Wow.
And David Mack allegedly killed Biggie.
Bro, you throwing names out.
Yep.
Okay.
Orlando Anderson. Orlando Anderson was actually, everybody pretty much knows who Orlando Anderson is without knowing, because everybody's seen the video of the night Tupac got into that fight.
Yeah. In the casino.
The fight was with Orlando Anderson. He was a member of the Southside Crips in Compton.
Oh my God.
His uncle was Keefy D, who used to gangbang really hard. it's speculated that Puffy set up Keefe D or put a hit out on Tupac through Keefe D, and Keefe D sent hit word to his nephew. I don't think that's true, because it's also a story that says that Orlando Anderson and a couple of his friends jumped one of the guys from Death Row Records and took his chain.
Right.
So that was in retaliation actually to that.
Right.
And I believe that Orlando Anderson was a bigger gangster, and of course, if you don't know much about Tupac, Tupac wasn't the hoodest nigga in the world. You know, he
let's be real.
Yeah, he was portraying somebody. He's one of those cats who we talk about, like Chris Brown, Tyga, those niggas who got into gangs after they got famous or after they started getting money. You know, it was one of those things. You know, they did it for protection or whatever they do it for.
Soldier Boy.
Right. Like it's sad, but it's true. You know, like no disrespect to Tupac. You know, we love his music. Mm-hmm. He was a great writer. Mm-hmm. That's what people fail to realize. He was a tremendous writer. He could storytell, all that stuff. He was great at that. He was a tremendous actor. Mm-hmm. That's what he was good at.
In the arts.
Right. But when you want to say like being a hood ass nigga and a gangster, he was not. Let's be clear. He was not. I know a lot of people are going to debate me on that. Debate me. I mean, the proof is there.
So real quick, while we're talking on that subject about the life that, you know, he actually lived, let's cut to Biggie.
It kind of sucks the way that he died, because the story goes, and this comes from Puff's bodyguard at the time. The story goes that Biggie wasn't even supposed to be out there. You know, they're out in California, you know, for Puff's CD, for Puff's album. So it wasn't even for Biggie's project. So
I thought it was for Biggie's project. Nah,
it was for Puff's project.
Oh man.
Biggie's project was done. And, you know, no disrespect to the dead, Biggie died broke because he only had, they said, $25K. That was what his contract was for. He was supposed to be getting money on the back end.
Wait, bro, I didn't know all this either.
Yeah, bro, I told you. I just want people to not take these stories of these guys and immortalize them and turn these guys into gods. You know, we have to remember they were human, and humans make mistakes. And I believe that because of certain mistakes that these guys made, and these guys were young, man.
Yeah.
How old are you, bro?
I'm 24.
And I'm 25. Guess how old these niggas were? Come on. Like, we're young. We're going to make mistakes. Like, I've been to jail 3 times already.
Yeah.
You know, like, come on. Like, it's real out here. You know, like, you make mistakes when you're young. I believe had they grown up, had we given Tupac another 5 years, that nigga would be like, look, this I was talking back then, I'm so sorry. Like, I guarantee that. Because he was definitely 2 personalities in one.
He even said that in that Kendrick Lamar song, the interview where he did.
Yeah.
He said a black man has until about the age of 30 to where he, you know, can't, like, you know, he's kind of calmed down with all that stuff.
Exactly.
So he had about 5 years for real, and then he was probably going to completely switch up.
I'm telling you, the revolutionary who people see him as, he would have became that. Not saying that he wasn't that. He was just, you know, he was very Gemini-ish. He was definitely 2 people, and I think a lot of that came from fear. Mm-hmm. Definitely out of fear, you know, being shot. And speaking on being shot, the first time he was shot, I believe he shot himself. He may have got shot maybe once or twice by the other guys, but I definitely believe he shot himself first. And if, like I said, if you go out there, people are saying this. Lil C, even recently I found this out. Lil C said this last year. Lil C, who was Biggie's best friend, he said, "Oh, I thought it was common knowledge that he shot himself."
Mm-hmm. And then, so in the Biggie movie, Lil Cease was the first one that realized that he had got shot.
He shot himself reaching for this pistol, and I think that's why the other guys maybe,
right. And then it all goes back to, if you watch the Tupac movie, All Eyes on Me, Mano, the guy that shot him, whatever.
Why did
whatever.
playing that?
But he's saying, why are you trying to play hard? you know, you gonna get shot.
Have you thinking that Mano had something to do with Tupac? Like, hold on.
But it
Sorry,
also,
Mano.
right, you feel me? But it also goes back to the original statement that Tupac may not have been the person that he portrayed to be.
Exactly.
Because he
wasn't.
was playing hard.
He was playing. I've been jumped twice, but I'm not in the street. I just got jumped just because that's where we live. Right. Just because you live in certain areas and stuff like that don't mean that's your mentality, that's your route, that's your shit like that. You ain't got to play to that card. Yeah. Somebody came in here right now and shot me. Best believe I got peoples who do that, and I don't necessarily be around them that much, but best believe, oh, me and them niggas about to be best friends now. Yeah. I'm about to be around them niggas every day. Yeah. Because I'm going to need some niggas around me who also locked and loaded and ready to go. Because I'm, at that point, going to be ready to go. Yeah. So be real. So, you know, Tupac didn't have to die. It's sad that he, you know, had to go and everything. Who could have been even more influential than what he was. But I think, you know, like I said, lyricist-wise and everything, definitely extremely amazing. It's just the antics outside of the music. It was just too much. You know, the antics and all the extra stuff. And sadly, I believe that's what cost him life. And I believe that's kind of what cost Biggie his life, because, you know, everybody's thinking, oh, it's a East Coast, West Coast thing, and, you know, there was a hit put out on Biggie because of it. There was a hit put out on Biggie and Suge. I mean, not Biggie and Suge, but Biggie and Puff.
Puff, yeah.
You know, and the Bodyguard even said it, like, you know, a guy came around the corner, scoped him out, and dipped out, and, you know, he got in the car, and he's telling his driver, yo, run all the lights, hoping that the guys behind him would do the same, and they didn't, and, you know, cost Biggie, yeah.
Let's ask the two questions that they've all been waiting for, bro. All right? Number one, did Diddy have anything to do with Biggie dying? Yes or no?
He did in a way. But the way that people think is not so much direct as so indirect. He indirectly killed Biggie. Indirectly.
Like, oops.
Meaning like his actions didn't for Puff to have the money that he had back then, he should have been well protected. You should not just have my niggas from the hood. Like, let's say James is my bodyguard, right? It shouldn't just be me and James out in a place where niggas is targeting us.
Right.
And then James is telling me, yo, I don't think, you know, I think we should get some more people. And I'm like, nah, we good. No, we're in a place where people want to kill us, literally. So Puff up in that where he didn't take it serious. And you would think that he would, being that he's from New York and being that his dad was a certain, you know, person and was killed a certain way, you would think that he would understand certain things, but, you know, that ignorance cost him, you know, or cost Biggie his life, and that's why definitely he indirectly, not directly, but definitely wholeheartedly indirectly killed Biggie. Definitely had something to do with it.
I feel like he has a sense of nervousness as well. When you see him, anytime you see him in an interview, he always has like this nervous look to him, this anxious feel about him. If you ever really pay attention to him, so I mean, maybe that's like in his mind he had something to do with it.
He has a lot of skeletons in his closet. We won't find out his stuff until people decide to talk. Yeah, that's one thing about Puff. I don't know if he's paying people off or if I don't know if there's a loyalty, respect. I don't know what it is. If he got shooters, people don't talk about Puff too much about what he's done. Like, but you can tell he's done some stuff to, you know, like I said, he's definitely indirectly killed Biggie, and people do not talk about it.
We won't even have to talk about him right now, bro.
He didn't order more security. He was told he needed security, and he did nothing.
Question number 2, bro. Did Suge Knight have anything to do with Tupac dying?
That one is a little bit more trickier, or a little bit more tricky. Because once again, from what I've seen, or from what it looks like, Suge has always been a super tough guy, right? And always been that, you know, brutish guy, bully. From what I understand, though, being around Tupac actually amplified it.
Mm.
So, and in that sense, it also made Tupac now feel invincible. Which is why they would do things like go out in the crowd and jump somebody in camera and plain view of hundreds of people. Like, you know, it makes you feel invincible. They gave, from what it looks like, they gave themselves a sense of invincibility. You know, them being around each other was, you know, parasitic comedy, right? Symbiotic, whatever you want to say. Like they fed off of each other, so it made them both kind of go that way. So that's why that one is a little bit trickier, because it's not. Had they not been around, you know, it's one of those things. Like it's just two people who probably should not have been together, you know. And Tupac had a bad habit of surrounding himself with people who he should not be surrounding himself around, you know. Not to name any names, but Haitian Jack is definitely a name that people should know. And you know, I don't want to say you should fear him, but definitely respect the man. And yeah,
look him up.
Right. Yeah.
Do your
Seriously.
research.
And the crazy thing is, his name came up. I was around a Crip the other day, and they had never watched. They don't know too much. It was a young Crip, and they had never been around. You know, they didn't know too much about Biggie and Tupac and all that stuff and the names behind it. So I had told them, I was like, you know, Tupac was around this guy Haitian Jack at first, and they was like, Haitian Jack.
Mm-hmm.
And then, you know, the Crip was like, are you serious, Haitian Jack? And I was like, you know, Haitian, and he was like, yo, that name comes down in our history. That's how bad this guy is. You know, right now he's overseas.
We can't put all this in, bro.
Oh
God. What if he doesn't want us to know this?
I'm pretty sure. I mean, like I said, the information is out there. It don't take much to just go and read some stuff, go look at some stuff. But yeah, maybe we shouldn't, because now that I think about it, when you start to know too much, the government starts to look at you, and the government definitely played a huge part in covering up both killers. And so that's why they never came out, because the government was hiding the guns from, I believe it was from the Tupac case. No, from Biggie's case. They had the gun because it was somebody on they claim it was actually somebody from Suge Knight's payroll.
Mm-hmm.
But it's not known if Suge Knight directly has something to do with it, or if somebody was just trying to prove themselves to him and send out a hit on Biggie at the time. But it's definitely said that it was law enforcement who did it. It was a dirty cop who killed Biggie, David Mack. And so that's part of the reason why it's just one of those unsolved cases, because it started to dig too deep, where, okay, you see it's this one cop, who covered him up? Okay, now it's leading to this cop, who covered him up? Okay, now it's this official, what's going on? So now you start, you know, you start seeing a lot of dirty cops and stuff like that. And you got to remember, this is the 90s when the LAPD was at its worst, you know, as being like damn near the worst, you know, the dirtiest cops. Like, we known the LAPD for being dirty cops in the 90s. So those guys unfortunately lost their lives. Like I said, I believe it all could have been prevented. It kind of, I hate to say it, and you know, I'm gonna get a lot of flack for it. For me, looking at it, it all leads back to Tupac. And if Tupac would have just really been the guy that he truly was, you know, if he would have been, you know, I don't want to compare him, and I hate to make this comparison, if he would have just been Kendrick or been J. Cole, you know, not to say that they haven't done some stupid stuff too, but if you would have known, like, hey, music is taking me somewhere, let me not now go harder with the gang. And you know, if he really would have done that, I guarantee you they both would have still been here today.
I just see the comments just lining up right now.
Yeah.
Because of that very topic right there. So, we're going to end this video. We have a lot of footage now. We needed more minutes, and we got more. Anyway, guys, I need y'all to comment below. A, do you feel like Diddy had anything to do with the death of Biggie? That's number one. Number two, did Suge Knight, oh, I forgot his name. Did Suge Knight have anything to do with the Tupac death? I need y'all to comment that below as well, man. Ooh, this is gonna get intense, dog. Anyway, like this video, man. Oh, I need you to like it. I think the memory's about to run out. It didn't run out, though. I guess it's like the recording limit. Anyway. I need y'all to like this video, man. I need y'all to go ahead and subscribe to the channel. If you brand new here, you came here for a reason, right? Subscribe to it so you can see it every day, on the daily. Alright, man. Look, I love y'all and appreciate y'all. Hey, Rhodes, say something to the people real quick.
Something to the people real quick.
Alright, man. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. We're going to get up out of here, alright?
Who shot ya? Separate the weak from the opsa. Leap hard to creep them Brooklyn streets. It's on, nigga. Fuck all that bickering beef. I can hear sweat trickling down your cheek. Your heartbeat sound like Sasquatch feet. Thundering, shaking the concrete. Then the shit stop.